Good morning. It's Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And, of course, many of you are listening to it on the radio as you have for the past 35 years. KSLO 1230 AM on your dial, and their sister company, 105.3 out of Simpsport, Louisiana, part of the Delta Media Group. And, of course, some are watching it on the old-time rabbit ears, and old-time antennas, for that matter, will work also within probably about a 15-mile radius of Opelousas. And throughout the Acadiana area, many of you, of course, are watching it on your cable system at home. Down in South Louisiana, Cox Cable takes care of about 7 parishes, or 6 parishes. And then, of course, we carry Charter in Opelousas, and then part of it on the eastern end of St. Landry Parish would be Allen Cable, and then over in Evangeline Parish, it would be Southern Link. And so we good coverage, good
and
coverage.
Internet. Don't forget about the internet.
And I'm forgetting the newest addition is the internet, and you can watch it actually on your cell phone, right?
On your cell phone too. That's right. On YouTube, you can watch the show in 4 parts. Every week. That way it breaks it down so you can take your time and watch it on your phone while you're waiting in the doctor's office.
How about that? And, of course, my sidekick, Andrew
Good
Gitros.
morning. How are you? Man, I like your purple shirt.
Yes, sir. You know, I wore the red shirt 2 weeks ago. That was the
Cajuns?
a Raging Cajun shirt. Last week we wore the Saints, and of course the Saints won, and they playing again this Saturday in New Orleans. New Orleans.
Be a lot of people.
A lot of people. That kind of came up unexpectedly to the majority of us, and then of course
the Sugar Bowl Tuesday night,
last night,
then Saturday for the Saints, and then you got the BCS National Championship the Monday. So I mean,
they popping over there. They can't complain, I'm sure, about the rental of rooms is down. Not only down, but they're charging super prices, and they do that everywhere. It's not just New Orleans. Right. All the cities.
When they're in demand, they pick them up.
They pick them up a little bit for these special events. And they have to have a lot of extra help and security and everything that goes with the operation of one of these, because they're trying to keep them as safe as they possibly can. And my recommendation, of course, and many of you listening right now will be going to New Orleans for either one or the other game. And don't steer too far from the main French quarters. Stay where the big crowds are.
Stay with the crowd.
Don't get off into these side streets and all. It's very dangerous.
Not the time to explore.
But it's dangerous in our own little hometowns of Lafayette, Opelousas, New Iberia, whatever. So stay where you see the other people are crowded. And generally, it's pretty safe in those places. And hopefully, all of you had a good, happy New Year, a safe New Year. We have a few things we'd like to cover kind of quickly. However, we want a couple of sponsors.
Sneak a sponsor in while we're talking about the national championship. You know, Steamboat Warehouse on Monday night during the national championship, they're going to have not a full menu, but have like an appetizer type menu and drinks going on at the Steamboat Warehouse. And of course, all those TV sets that are already there, you know they're going to have the football game on. You can watch some of the football, have a good time. I think one of his TVs is like 70-something inches. So I mean, plenty of room to see.
I was there last week and had an opportunity that night to actually visit with Jason. Came and visited, and he thought that 2010 was a real good year, and he was hoping to get at least 2011 would have been as good, you know, sales-wise, right. And it's considerably better. It just keeps growing and growing. So next time you maybe want to have a party for 25, 50 people. He has a nice upstairs room where you can have a private party and be part of the big crowd. Whenever you finished, you can go into the bar, you can step outside and enjoy the historic Bayou Catawba.
And one more sponsor, Benny's Supermarket, right here in downtown Opelousas. If you're looking for good groceries, Benny's is your place. Always win the best of the best produce here in Opelousas. They got great meat selection, already seasoned and ready to go. Great wine and beer selection with imported beers in the back. Little Benny's Sports Shack for your nutritional supplemental needs. If you like to work out, you get those smoothies and all. You know, right now everybody's starting that New Year's resolution. They're getting back on the treadmill. They've got all those things for the people that work out there, and they got those last-minute gift ideas. You know, you're still giving gifts to you. You know, Christmas ain't over, as they say, till the Epiphany, right? That's how that works. You got to go into January.
Father Gitros, you know that.
Father Brady he says, if I see your Christmas tree out before the Epiphany, he says, I'm going to go by and I'm gonna fuss you. He says, you know, Christmas starts at Christmas. You celebrate Christmas for days after. So anyway, go by Benny's. Get last-minute gifts at Miss Mary's gift shop. They got the deli there 7 days a week, and they also do catering for your BCS
Okay,
party.
and one more.
One more. How about
Carl's?
Carl's Thrifty Way. Go by Carl's. You're looking for decorations. You're looking for gifts. They got all that. They do gift wrapping, monogramming. And don't forget, they're a real thrifty way. If you're looking for your medicinal needs, whether it's over-the-counter, whether it's prescription, they do generic drugs. They compound multiple drugs to make them easier for you to take. Go by Carl's Thrifty Way right here on South Union. He's got time to talk to you about maybe some questions you can get to ask your doctor about the medicine you're taking.
Purchased several of the small items that are all on sale. Heavy, big discounts. My items were discounted 50%.
Wow.
And that was a lady and her husband, Mr. and Ms. Willis Julian. They're originally from Thibodeau, but they're now living in Sunset, and they do that business at Carl's. And she was looking at a few little items like that, and I said, put those on my bill. Boy, they were excited. And just some real nice people. They moved here from Thibodeau after Katrina, or possibly, what was the next big storm that same year? I think Gustav, I think it is.
You had Gustav, you had Katrina, and you had...
Rita came later, but Rita was more the western part of the Gulf. But anyhow, real nice people. Hopefully they have a way today to listen to it. I think they're on direct, and so they can't actually watch it at their house, but they have some friends, hopefully. So hello to you all. Enjoyed visiting, and glad that you're making our area your home now. And many have made it their permanent home. They like our area, and we're happy to have you.
They got the 6th annual Gumbo Cook-Off. That's a joint production with Frank's and Steamboat. While we're talking about the Steamboat, that's going to be Saturday, January 28th from 8 a.m. until at Frank's downtown in Opelousas. If you want more info, you can call Tim at 658-1108. And this year the proceeds go to help little Ella Claire. She's a little girl. She's got a platelet type problem, and she needs a bone marrow transplant. She's only 6 years old. Can use your help. That's on the 28th. If you want to go out and cook, or just go and buy some gumbo and have a couple of drinks to help the cause. January 28th, Saturday, 8 a.m.
Cajun Harley Davidson, Mr. Adam Hebert, over there on I-10, on exit 93. They're having the Raging Cajun Harley Davidson Chili Cook-Off, and that's going to be January 21st at noon. And $5 all you can eat chili, and benefiting the Raging Cajun Athletic Foundation. So thank you, Mr. Adam, for doing this. He's been a big supporter of the Raging Cajuns, and the 1 year that I had a parking place for my motorhome there, I was right next to Adam, so I got to knowing him even better. Good luck, and we'll mention that at least one more time.
I saw that over at Ventura Luana Foods, they named their Employee of the Year, Mike Hawkins, and they call the award the Nathan Frank Award. It's for the hourly employee who gives a lot more than he has to give. And Mike did a real good job. I understand, from the Waukesha area, and of course I grew up with his older brother Maurice, and I went to school together at Port Barre, and his father L.D. Hawkins, a lot of folks may know him, and Miss Julia, his mom, and his grandfather, Mr. Dayton Hawkins, who had the school bus and the store across from Port Barre High. If you were a senior at Port Barre, you could walk across the street and get you some candy bars or Coke right there. So congratulations to the whole Hawkins family.
I was driving down, that would be East Vine Street, going over to the warehouse on Academy there, and I drove up to a real nice clean-looking lawn care service truck, Boudreaux Lawn Care. And I drove up and I rolled my window down, and the gentleman rolled his window down, and he is Tippy Boudreaux. Real nice, clean. He says, I met you, Mr. Bobby, at a party that Larry Leger, I think it was a New Year's Eve party, and I didn't forget me. So good. Hopefully you have a good 2012. Oh, Lordy, we're talking about 2012. He has, okay, anyhow, met him at Larry's. And good morning to Larry, and good morning, of course, to Mr. Boudreaux also.
You were down at the Point for New Year's.
I was, yes. And you want to talk a little bit about that? We can? All right.
Yeah.
And the gentleman right here is...
First photo there, Mark.
...is Mr. Lazard. And he says, you know my brother Joseph a whole lot better than you know me, but he saw me from a distance. He made the circle, ran me down in the parking lot, and just to tell me Happy New Year. This was the Saturday. It was Saturday, last Saturday. New Year's Eve. We had gone over to Walmart, and I want to tell he and his family, he was doing work. They do all kind of roofing type work. They do cement work, painting, you name it, they can do it. He and his brothers and their employees. And
you're up a deck at your.
That's the first time I ever showed, I think, a picture how nice it is.
Got a full-blown kitchen.
That's
up there.
about a 3 or 4 year old project, but it looks just like the day we set it up.
Oh, yeah,
it's a mini kitchen. It doesn't have a stove, but we barbecue and we boil upstairs, so it's sufficient for what we have. And then we overlook the marina in the back, and 5 young guys from the Lafayette area. Good morning to you guys. And they were, I want to say, they were drinking Cokes and water.
All right.
Good young men. And here's where we watch our television upstairs, right? And here's some of the sailboats and other vessels. And this is after Mass Sunday. Jimmy Como had a big breakfast served for us with the Saints logo. How about that?
Burned into the toast. That's neat.
Burned into the toast.
Kessler will see you on the other side of 3. And
this is Andre Hebert, one of our neighbors, one condo over. Andre Hebert is a newcomer, so to speak. First time I had officially met him. And this is his rather new boat, bought last year.
Look at them engines.
350 Yamaha 4-strokes. Beautiful boat. Keeps it immaculately clean. And this is, of course, a longtime friend, Mr. Arthur Shakesnyder, who graduated from Opelousas High, maybe 1957. His sister Madeline graduated with me. His sister Carol is married to J.B. Viviana, the carpenter contractor here in Opelousas. And Arthur's wife, of course, is Norma. Norma wasn't with him, but Norma Dupre Shakesnyder.
Oh, okay.
She's from Prairie Ronde, Plaisance. How about that?
I thought it all together.
And this is Ramp Spira, had come to meet us, and Miss Vicky enjoying the beautiful weather we had this weekend.
Oh, you figured out how to work the front camera on your phone?
Front camera, yeah. I couldn't get it off after that. Accident, I did this.
That's a baby.
That's 2 of them. We took our own picture, and then she took the picture after that. And a little sunset here. And that's the front road. And, yep. Beautiful sunsets out there.
Vicky's frying?
Frying, and this is the pork wings that Cafe Envie had given to me. They had come to do a cooking show here with Joy and Jason.
And had cooked on there, right? Julie Brown?
Julie Brown, one of 2 sisters that manage, and I say you could say they own it. Actually, I think maybe the daddy, George Weatherford, owns it. But he had come, and they had brought me a box of these. And I apologize. We had been having them, but they were just like they had just come out from the...
It's a lot of meat.
You have to order them. And nothing but meat and a small little bone. Delicious. I don't know if I've ever eaten any meat product better than that.
They're not huge. When you see a pig, the wings don't hardly stand out at all.
No, you don't see it. How they do it, I think that's the bone of the ribs that is inserted into a piece of pork meat. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Makes a pretty cut.
You can't get any better. So to Cafe Envie. They sell them there. They cook them there. That's at 610 East